Hello, good day everyone. So in this video, I will be talking again about multigrade and I'll be answering some questions about this activity. So first question is this scenario present in your community? What do you think some other factors why this scenario exists? So the answer is no. Luckily, this scenario is not present in our community. The reasons why this scenario exists is because there are some places that are located in a far area, and the small number of students for each grade level, the shortage of teachers, the distance from the community to the nearest school, and inadequacy of funds and classrooms are the reasons that necessitate the organization of multi-grade classes. So these are some reasons why these scenarios exist.
Hi, good day, sir, and good day, everyone. In today's discussion with my groupmates, we will learn about the struggles and responsibilities of multi-grade teacher and multi-grade students. And also, we will tackle about the factors that affects the existence of multi-grade schools. Now, let us proceed to the first question in the first scenario. How is Mrs. Jones benefiting from her experience as teacher at multi-grade school? Learning has no ending. It only ends when you resist to do it or when you resist to have that learning. But while you are here on earth and living a life, learning is constant, no matter of who and what you are. Teachers doesn't just teach, they also learn from their everyday life and existence, especially when they are having a class. By working as multi-grade teacher, Mrs. Jones learns and develops a variety of skills, enjoys better learner and teacher's relationship, develops organizational and managerial skills, develops strong community relationships, and also, and the most important one, it also reinforces her self-esteem and her passion in her profession. To the second question. If I am Mrs. Jones, I would use the advantages of multigrade teaching to make my workload lighter by building up and enhancing peer tutoring to my higher level and my lower level students or pupils, in which higher level would learn and enhance their learning through tutoring the lower grades in my class, building up a genuine relationship among my children, increasing the involvement of the community, and giving my learners additional responsibilities and developing a richer learning environment for my students or for my pupils, in which in this way it would lighten my workload as multi-grade teacher and also it would enhance a great learning environment for both my students. Next one. Multi-grade school exists to raise quality education for every children, especially those who live in remote areas. Multi-grade classes or schools may have been established due to a variety of factors, including geographical factors or the location, isolated regions of the communities, political factors, inaccessible cross-border schools, cultural factors, different values and tradition held by the local communities, socioeconomic factors, lack of resources to support monograde classes.
These are the major benefits of multi-grade teaching for both teacher and learner. For teacher, this encourages independence, where they can be more resourceful and have or develop their organizational and time management skills and continue to build upon their knowledge of each child's interests, weaknesses, and strengths over the multiple years they teach a child. For learner, they develop healthier social relationships and more positive attitudes. They become resourceful and independent self-directed learners and develop and enhance their social skills.
The similarities among these case studies in the manner in which multi-grade teaching is practiced is that teachers teach pupils from different grade levels in one classroom and uses differentiated instructions. We think that multi-grade teaching would most likely be the type of schooling available in these communities because of the small number of children living in that certain community, and it is more accessible for them to attend classes, especially in the remote areas where the monograde schools are located far away from their homes or barrios. Moreover, multi-grade teaching ensures students from isolated areas to complete their basic education despite all the challenges that the multi-grade class may encounter. The factors that lead to the establishment of multi-grade schools are the following. First, we have the geographical factors, of which some teachers are reluctant to teach in isolated locations because of small and transient populations due to inaccessible areas. Second, we have the political factors, of which schools that are located close to international boundaries are inaccessible. Third, we have the cultural factors, of which there are different values, practices, and traditions among cultural groups. And lastly, we have the socioeconomic factors, of which the problem of the price of paying teachers, the scarcity of resources in rural areas, and the number of instructors that the nation has.
Let's evaluate the benefits of multi-grade schools. Multi-grade schools also have benefits especially to the students. These are the benefits of multi-grade schools. First, it fosters independence. Next, it encourages cooperation and collaboration. It allows children to work at their own pace. It promotes responsibility. And lastly, it teaches organizational and time management skills. How does the family-like setting and learning environment in multi-grade schools affect the emotional stability and academic performance of students? Lengthier time with the same teacher can increase trust, understanding of expectation, and positive relationship between teacher and students, as well as teachers and parents. The stability of having the same teacher for a number of years can increase a student's emotional security and trust in adults. It is widely reported that academic outcomes for children in multi-grade classes are the same as those of children in single-grade classes. However, variations occur when academic outcomes are disaggregated according to the gender and by grade level combinations. Next, create a plan to address the challenges faced by multi-grade classroom. In multi-grade classroom, there are many challenges that are faced such as low multi-grade allowances, classroom management struggles, lack of resources, danger in going to stations, lack of financial support, and lack of trainings. However, teachers showed positivity in their work. The school should create a positive strategies that would help them to still have an effective teaching and learning. They may also have fundraising in order for them to gain or to have more educational resources that will help in the teaching and learning process. Okay, next, how can teachers manage and teach students of different ages, abilities, developmental levels, backgrounds, experiences, motivations, and interests simultaneously? The teacher should be flexible enough because we are diverse. It is the most important classroom strategies in multi-grade teaching because the teacher prepares flexible and appropriate materials. These include teacher-guided activity sheets, group learning worksheets, and individual practice worksheets. The teachers must have the enough skills and patience as well.
Designing an educational program for multi-grade classroom can be challenging, as teachers have to consider the diverse learning needs of students with different age, groups, and learning abilities. Here are some strategies that can help teachers create a curriculum that will be suitable for all students. First is differentiate instruction. Teachers should differentiate instruction based on the needs of individual students. This can include providing different reading materials, offering choice-based assignments, and varying the difficulty of assignments. Second, collaborative learning. Students of different age groups and abilities can work together in small groups to achieve common learning goals. Group activities can help students learn from each other and build social skills. Third, use technology. Teachers can use technology to provide customized learning experience for students of different abilities. For example, students can use interactive games and videos to learn at their own pace. Fourth, flexible groupings. Teachers can group students based on their learning abilities and interests. This will allow them to provide instruction and learning activities that are better suited to the needs of individual students. Next, we have project-based learning. Teachers can create projects that allow students to work on a particular topic, but at their own level of understanding. This type of learning allows students to work independently and focus on their strengths. Next, we have assessment. Teachers should use different types of assessments to evaluate students' learning. This can include quizzes, essays, and projects which can be tailored to the individual needs of students. Last, we have personalized learning plans. Teachers can create personalized learning plans for each student based on their abilities and learning needs. This plan can include specific goals, learning objectives, and strategies for achieving them. In summary, designing an educational program for multi-grade classrooms requires teachers to be flexible, creative, and able to adapt their teaching to meet the diverse learning needs of their students. By using differentiated instruction, collaborative learning, technology, flexible groupings, project-based learning, assessments, and personalized learning plans, teachers can create a curriculum that is suitable for students of different age groups and learning abilities. Curriculum and socio-economic factors can have a significant impact on access to education. Students from different cultural backgrounds or socio-economic status may face various barriers that hinder their access to education. Here are some of the ways cultural and socio-economical factors can impact access to education. First, we have language barrier. Students who speak a language other than the language of instruction may struggle to understand the materials taught in school. This can impact your abilities to learn and achieve success. Second, lack of resources. Students from low-income families may not have access to educational resources such as books, computers, and internet access, which can hinder their learning. Third, discrimination. Students from certain cultural or ethnic background may face discrimination, which can impact their ability to learn and their overall well-being. Then we have cultural beliefs. Certain cultural beliefs may prioritize other aspects of life over education, such as family obligation or religious practices. To ensure that all students, regardless of their cultural and socio-economical backgrounds, have equal access to education, the education system can take the following steps. Address language barriers. So school can provide language support services to students who are not proficient in the language of instruction. This can include language classes, tutoring, and translated materials. Then we have provide resources. Schools can provide resources such as books, computers, and internet access to students from low-income families. This can help level the playing field and ensure that all students have access to the same resources. Then we have address discrimination. Schools can take steps to address discrimination and promote diversity and inclusion. This can include training teachers and staff on cultural competencies, providing anti-biases education to students, and creating safe and welcoming environments for all students. Then we have address cultural beliefs. So, school can work with families and communities to understand and address cultural beliefs that may impact education. This can involve providing education on the importance of education, working with families to prioritize education, and providing accommodation for religious practices. Providing financial assistance. Schools can provide financial assistance to students from low-income families to help with the cost of education, such as tuition fees, uniforms, and school supplies. In conclusion, cultural and socio-economical factors can have a significant impact on access to education. By addressing language barriers, providing resources addressing discrimination, addressing cultural beliefs, and providing financial assistance, the education can ensure that all children have equal access to education regardless of their cultural and socio-economical backgrounds.
Okay, I'll be answering the next activity. The Topas Elementary School is located in an isolated area in Ronda, Cebu. It is about 9.5 kilometers away from the town. The school has 5 classrooms. Two of it are multi-grade classrooms. There are 5 teachers assigned in the area, and 2 of them are teaching multi-grade. 1 teacher is assigned in grades 3 and 4, and 1 teacher for grades 5 and 6. One of the primary concerns of the teachers is the lack of resources, lack of technology that they can use inside the classroom as they only have 2 smart TVs in their school. Next, the parent artist's participation and presence in the classroom would have a lot of advantages and impacts. The learning environment would be more diverse, which would help students develop a larger range of skills and knowledge. In addition, the students would gain new perspective from learning from someone who has first-hand experience in the field. Finally, it would provide the students a chance to interact with the local and learn more about their traditions and culture. So these are the barriers. Yet, putting this component of multi-grade teaching into practice can run into some challenges. First of all, particularly in a rural or economically underdeveloped areas, it could be difficult to locate a parent who is willing and qualified to teach an art class. Okay, next. As a future multi-grade teacher, I can be more effective in my class by providing my students a healthy environment where I can share my knowledge to them. I will provide engaging materials and collaborative activities that would help them in their learnings. And of course, I will create a positive relationship towards my students. So these are the factors contributing to the establishment of multi-grade teaching. First, cultural factors, socio-economic factors, benefits of multi-grade teaching, richer learning environment, greater community involvement, development of health competition, greater understanding between learners and educators. Lastly, teaching across grade levels supports inclusive education. Students have several opportunities to work together and benefit from one another because of variety in ages and skills. Older students can advise younger students in more responsible ways. Cooperative as opposed to aggressive encourages independence, teaches time management and organization skills, and also establish timely connections. And that would be all. Thank you for watching.